Okay. Now, a wine glass is in the form of a hemisphere. Hemisphere means it's half of a sphere. So you're going to get the full sphere and then half your answer, okay? So the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So you're going to get your volume of that and half your answer. Leave it in terms of pi. Okay. Yes. So I'm not doing a cylinder yet. I'm doing the hemisphere. See? I'm doing this one here. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the volume of a full sphere and half of my answer. And I'll deal with the cylinder afterwards. So there's almost two different questions, Aaron. See this blue part I'm highlighting? That's like part one. And I am even looking at part two yet. Is that all right? Okay. In a minute. Who got 64 multiplied by 4? Anybody got 256 pi over 3? Okay. Now, that's not right, though. That's for a full sphere. I'd like it to be for half a sphere. Could you solve half that answer? Because that's for a full sphere, not half a sphere. Who got 128 pi over 3? Yeah? Now, lads, what they're saying next is the following. They're saying is they got a big old cylinder, okay? And this big cylinder has a lot of wine in it. How many glasses of wine does it have to be precise? 21. Okay. Now what they're saying is that the what's the radius of this cylinder full of wine? What's its radius? 8. Do we know the height? That is the goal of the question. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to get your volume of your glass, and I'd like you to multiply it by 21. So get the volume of your glass and multiply it by 21. Because there's 21 glasses in that cylinder. What you get? And no, multiply by 21. $896 pi. Okay. Now, gents, what formula do I use? I know the volume of the cylinder now, but what is the volume of the cylinder formula? Can anybody tell me? Pi r squared. H is 896 pi. Is that right? Now, what we're going to do next is the following. What happens to the pi's on both sides? They cancel, don't they? Because they're on both sides. What can I do with the r squared? What can I change that into? 8 squared, which turns into what? 64. Get your 896 and divide it by 64 for me. What you get? Yeah. Did anybody beat me to it? Not really. Alright. So we're going to do part 1. 9 solid metal spheres, each of radius 1.1.5 are dropped into a cylinder. Radius is 1.5, 1.5. If the spheres are totally immersed, find the increase in the height of the water if the raised cylinder. Okay, so who got an answer for this? 4/3 pi, we'll keep it in terms of pi, 1.5 cubes. Anybody got an answer for that? Yes. 1/6 pi? Is everybody all right with that? Now, how many spheres is there? So feel free to multiply your answer by 9. What? And keep it in terms of pi if you want. Is it 3/2 pi? You're not wrong, but we'll just keep it in terms of pi. Anybody got that? Yes. Got it? Okay, now guys, look at this. Do you see this little blue area? See this little blue region here? Does anybody know what that stands for? It stands for the rise in the water. Yeah? The water was down at the red mark. See this red mark here? the water was that high. We threw in our 9 spheres, and what happens? It rises. What shape is this rising water? It's whatever container it's contained in. What type of container is it contained in? It's contained in the cylinder, isn't it? So this blue region here has a volume of pi r squared h. However, the volume of this water is equal to whatever object we submerged. What was the volume of the object we submerged? We have it. It's our answer to our last part. 3/2 pi. Now your job now is to equate the yellow parts. See the yellow parts? And you have to figure out what is the height of the water. Off you go. So I don't think this was recording at all, but what we said was that the volume of the 9 spheres equals the volume of the cylindrical, the rise in the water. So the volume of the water, which is pi r squared h, equals 3/2 pi. We cancelled the pi's. We did 3 squared is 9. 9h is 3/2. There we did 3/2 divided by 9. And we got h value of 1/6.